are live shortly with Retro Game Friday. Welcome everybody to another episode of Retro Game Friday, the second one in a row, and today we're going to play Goof Troop for the SNES. That is absolutely correct. So, how's everybody doing today? It's been a long Friday, and it's the last Friday before Christmas. Christmas Eve is on Sunday, and the first 2 days of Christmas, the 25th and the 26th, they are holidays in Germany. But I won't stream during those because, you know, there's a lot to do during holidays. You usually visit family, and we're going to visit family, so I've got a ton of stuff to do and I won't stream much, probably. But that doesn't detract us from Retro Game Friday. Nice. And thanks again, Umineko, for that fucking wonderful soundtrack. Holy shit, Umineko is so great. Yeah, so we're in a Christmas mood, and why not get nostalgic about good retro games? So yeah, that's it for today. I don't have much to say about Goof Troop. This game is an absolute legend for me. It means a lot to me. I played it a lot back in the day, a lot of times with my family, actually. My siblings didn't play many games, usually, and when they did, the best time we had was with this game, especially. And this is why I got kind of attached to this game. There's a lot of nostalgia going on, and I still love this game a lot. And especially during Christmas time, I always return to games I tend to love a lot and get a little bit nostalgic about it. But, you know, I don't know how much. So, this game will be running on a modified SNES Mini. I bought a SNES Mini a while ago, and then I modded it to run more games, and Goof Troop is on there. It's the easiest way I could get it to run on almost official hardware. You can connect the Super Nintendo controller pretty easily, and it just runs. So we're going to be using that. I hope everyone's ready for the day, because this is going to be a doozy. I don't know if we'll be able to beat it today and how long I can last today, because it's been stressful. I'm a little bit tired, but we did finish off Super Mario World last week, and that was a great time. I hope we can do it this time as well. So yeah, I always will try to iterate Retro Game Friday with one really popular game and then one less popular game. So we actually get a good mix of both. Games that rarely get talked about and games that get talked about a lot. So yeah. And sometimes, you know, we might even go into territory of games that I haven't played back in the day. I think that would be fire as well. But, you know, without further ado, let's start up the game. Can I get rid of this as well? Chat. Where is it? There it is. I need to get shortkeys and stuff for this bullshit. And it is the original Capcom. The original Capcom jingle, which I really, really like. So yeah, back in the day, Capcom used to make a lot of Disney games, which is fire. Capcom actually made a lot of games. They also made Zelda games. It's quite sad to see that they don't anymore, really, and they only just focus on their own thing. But you know, also we're playing the SNES version as it cycles through. There's an option here. Flow type, background music. Oh yeah, the music is also great. You can test the sound effects here, which is actually really great. Oh, you need to... Here we go. Here you have the music. I forgot to set the background music. Also, we still have Umineko music going on, do we? Fuck. You see that? When no one comments about this stuff, I'm getting sloppy about stuff like this. So yeah, you can change flow types. This game was 2 players, which is great. We're playing the, I think it's the PAL version or the US version. I don't remember. But yeah, the Japanese version actually has interesting stuff. The Japanese version has difficulty modes, which doesn't change up the layouts of the levels, but it changes the puzzles, which is really interesting. And I would have loved to get that, but it wasn't feasible to set it up and get the Japanese version. So we're stuck with this one, but this is good enough. This is good enough. So I think we should start. So yeah, it's a simple story. Goofy and Max just chill and they, you know, go fishing. And Pete and PJ get basically taken by pirates. That's why we're going on an adventure in a pirate island. And we're fighting pirates the entire time. So yeah, this game has 5 stages. Each stage is each stage has its length. There's a lot to explore, and you know, it's 2-player, so one player can be Goofy, one player can be Max. Obviously, we're just one player. Here we go. First stage. So yeah, this is basically a Zelda-esque top-down view. It's largely focused on puzzles, on solving certain puzzles. Let me get my bearings. This is the hook shot as an item. You can sort of stun enemies with it, you know, and you can grab items from afar. The reason why I chose Goofy instead of Max, there's differences in attack power. So Goofy walks a little bit slower than Max, but he does have double the strength. Fuck. So yeah, you can gather fruit like this to get extra lives. So what we did here, you can see next to the bar. Yeah, that was it. In multiplayer you can only carry one item per person. In single player you can carry 2 items because there are puzzles that require you having both items. So they made it so you can actually carry 2 items at once. So yeah, if you gather fruit, you get hearts next to your item meter. If you have more than 6, you get an extra life. You know, relatively simple. But what I really love about this game is how dynamic it is, especially in 2-player. In multiplayer, it's incredible. So you can only carry 2 items, so you have to replace an item when you do it like this. You basically have to get rid of an item and maybe come back later as well. We're going to take it relatively slow, but you know, the game isn't too long if you know what you're doing. I mean, back in the day we struggled hard at the game because we were doing all sorts of bullshit. And the red diamonds basically grant you 1 extra life, so you don't have to use the fruit to get extra lives. Here we go. The other thing is if you have hearts from the fruit you've eaten, you basically gain invincibility for 1 hit. So it's on Sonic rules basically. You can if you don't have rings in Sonic, you're going to die, but if you have rings, you're going to scatter the rings first. It's the same principle. So yeah, these are kind of puzzle rooms. You have to defeat all of the enemies. It's a little bit easier with Goofy than with Max. Some enemies with Max take 2 hits, and Goofy can just one-shot them, which is better. Oh yeah, you can throw this, and the bird comes out. That's funny. For example, these enemies. These enemies would be 2 hits with Max, and Goofy just one-shots them. It's a really good... Let's just say it like this. It's a really good multiplayer game because Max is faster. Max can set up a lot of stuff around the room way faster than Goofy ever could. But Goofy can get rid of enemies quicker. It's really, really solid. So let's do it like this, and then, you know, it's a simple puzzle. It's the very first moving blocks puzzle that you get. Those get pretty hard later on. And the final boss is pretty difficult. We get a key for that. There's keys for rooms. It's really, really you can see a lot of the Zelda influences, but also that it's made with puzzles in mind. You can also push enemies off like this. And it's really good. I'm not sure what to say today. Today is a really weird day, but I love this game. It's simple, but effective at what it does. And especially with 2 players. If you haven't played it yet, I advise you to do so, because holy shit. So now that we have the key, we can go to the third of these. They basically throw stuff at enemies. Some enemies you can instantly kill if you just hit them with a hook shot. But yeah, you basically kill enemies by either shoving these blocks over to them. So that's us using the key to unlock this door. So we're going to ignore that for a while. Now we're on the other side. The first level is relatively simple. And this is what's called a boss key. So this opens the way to the boss for us. Here we go. It's actually sad that not many people know about this game. I rarely hear talk about this game especially. And you can sort of, with the hookshot, you can sort of stun your enemies. These enemies in the beginning are pretty easy. You will see that it gets much more difficult. That's why gathering a lot of these items is relatively necessary. The bell basically lures enemies to your position, and they try to walk over to you. And we can just one-shot them like this. So yeah, the first area is pretty easy. It gets harder. It gets harder as we go on, and we will lose a lot of lives later on. And hopefully we can defeat the final boss. The final boss is pretty difficult. So yeah, this is basically a multiple enemy fight. They basically start throwing shit at you and you just hit them when they appear out of a hole. If you put up your arms, you can put up your arms and you can catch enemies' items when they throw it. Come on. I think it's a fun enemy. But yeah, you're bound to lose more lives when it's 2-player. So now I get hit, all of my hearts are gone. Don't throw stuff at me. Here we go. That's the first boss and the first area done. We're not far in, but the areas get longer, let me just tell you. Second area. So yeah, now we're in Pirate Village. It's on the outskirts of the island. The pirate base. And yeah, these are the locals, by the way. Like, these are farmers that were on the island before the pirates. So as you can see, it gets a little bit harder. Wait just a sec. Did I screw this up already? Yeah, I did. I did it again, I think. Let's look into this. So yeah, the Japanese version has also a hard mode for this. For these kinds of puzzles, and they get hard. I did screw this up again, didn't I? Come on. Here we go. So yeah, these kinds of block puzzles are pretty cool. I like them. That's the first hook shot. And it's pretty satisfying hitting enemies as well. Also, you can push enemies into the water, which is funny. So yeah, we're first going to use our hookshot to get across here. And then we're going to engage in this bullshit. This area can get pretty difficult. We're just going to take the board now, for now. And then we actually need to move back. Which is a little painful when you're Goofy. Usually if you have a second player, the one nearest to the exit can go and you both will go. First off, grab the key. And the music is absolutely fire. To me, this is one of the most iconic, games on this NES. It doesn't get much traction, sadly. But, you know, not many people have played it, but it's absolutely solid. And, you know, when I thought up Retro Game Friday, it was one of these games that I wanted to cover. Ouch. That one hurt. So yeah, these guys with the, I don't know, violet bandana or something, they can push blocks as well. Had to resort a little bit to cheating, but it doesn't matter. Let's use the key. And then immediately use the hookshot to get over here. And grab another hookshot and key. This room is the thing of nightmares, really. Because these guys can screw up your entire game plan with where they're pushing the blocks. Luckily they didn't, but they can push blocks into positions where you can't solve the puzzle anymore. And that sucks. This room sucks. But we were pretty lucky with it. So yeah, these cannons, you can basically just throw the bombs back at them. Here we go. Let's use this. You see that hook shot? Oh fuck. Oh fuck. We need that. Finish the level, sadly. Here we go. I mean, we're almost done with the level. I think the first two levels... I think the first three are pretty easy, I'd say. I mean, this is basically just, you know... pretty standard. But we want to grab that key. And there's another dig site for us. Let's dig a bit. Let's dig. Let's dig for a bit, shall we? So if you have any suggestions of what I should play for the next Retro Game Friday, leave it in the comments or in the chat. If you have any favorite games that you want to tune in for, or if you have games that you want to recommend me checking out and stuff like this. Let's take the hook shuttle with us. So, let's move over here. So yeah, you can hit this one with the hook shot to get access to this. These guys are a bit peculiar because they can roll like this. If they see you, they will roll. Come on. Here we go. Boss time. These bosses are also really iconic. I love them. I love them a lot. God damn it. This can get pretty dangerous. Here we go. Ouch. Come on. Here we go. Second stage cleared. Cool. So yeah, this works on the passport system, so yeah. So welcome to the castle. Probably one of the most iconic places. probably one of the most iconic places in this game. The castle always stuck out to me for some reason. As a kid, I did have a lot of trouble with this place. God damn it. That goes a little bit fast. Thanks and welcome to the stream, Ultimate Hoops. Let's just run past them. Oh my god. Why is that window so tight? We don't have an item, so we kind of have to trick them like this. You can kind of trick them around. I don't want to lose too many lives, by the way, because the final boss is going to obliterate us. Get the feeling the final boss is going to obliterate us if we lose too many lives. The final boss is kind of difficult, not gonna lie. What am I doing? Come on. These nights are interesting. There's a lot of stuff like this in this area, a lot of switches and a lot of puzzles. This game is really puzzle heavy, which I like. Now they're giving 3 lives away. Let's take the shovel real quick. Because of this area. I know it's boring, but it could give us, you know, an extra life or something. I don't remember, does this game... I think this game might max out at 9 extra lives. So this doesn't do anything for us at all. Because it doesn't seem like you can already see it a bit in the UI, that there's no space for a second digit on the extra lives. And you know, usually it's 2 times 9 because you're playing with 2 players. 2-player co-op in this game is amazing. Would be cool if I had someone that would play the game with me, but I don't know. This could be a thing that we're doing in the future if I get, you know, someone who wants to cooperate with me. It would be cool to stream games with someone. I'm not averse to cooperating with other people. I think the best streams and the best stream moments usually come to fruition when there's banter going on between one or more people. I mean, a lot of streams are just one streamer, and I get that. That's a really cool thing. But to me, the best viewing experience is probably if there's a small group of streamers who are basically together, and there's a decent amount of banter between them going on. It flows so much easier than just me sitting here and talking about the game with you. we go. So yeah, you will already see a difficulty spike in this area. It's a little bit more challenging, I'd say. A little bit. It's not too difficult, but there is a certain... I think it's more difficult if you don't know what you're doing. Like, I already know all of the room placements. I know most of the puzzles. I think there's 1 or 2 puzzles I don't fully remember. But if you don't know what you're doing, it's a little bit harder. So yeah, this one was changed, actually. For some reason, in the PAL version, this one had cards on them. Now it says open. So you know the correct order you need to hit these switches in. Which I don't know, if was this a North American thing? Are North American kids stupid? I don't know. Sometimes Japanese developers treat kids in North America and Europe like idiots. I mean, most of them are. But I wouldn't say that it's just North American kids or European kids who are stupid. So we need to hit them in the correct order. There we go. Let's get rid of this guy. God damn it. Why did they keep running at me like crazy? Take this one with us. Let's take this key. And use this key. So yeah, I'm trying to do everything as efficient as it gets. You will see me use a lot of the item switches that we need to do. You kind of need to be conservative with your items, obviously. Because, you know, there's a hook over there. And if you don't have a hook shot, you need to actually get back and get one. So we're playing it a little bit clever. We can spare a little bit of time, I'd say. So yeah, let's go in here. I don't know if this room was dark or if it's always been like this. I said the difficulty doesn't get really spicy until the last level. I think the last level is a good jump up in difficulty again. Here we go. That's the final boss key. And here we just run through and open the final boss door, and that's almost the level almost done. This is one of the most iconic bosses. The bosses are all iconic in this one, I'd say. I remember all of them vividly from my memory. It's a relatively short game as well. I mean, we're 40 minutes in and we already did the first 3 stages. So yeah, they throw these things at you. And you have basically 2 targets. There's no benefit of hitting one or the other. Except the red one gives out 3 items to throw. And the blue one only 2. So I'm getting rid of the blue one first, so... And yeah, then they start throwing their head at you. That's the first one down. I've always loved this boss. I think a lot of these games rely on being more difficult when you were a kid. When I was a kid, this game was terribly difficult. Like at this stage I was sweating because I was like, oh, I'm in the 3rd stage, I finally made it to the 3rd stage, I'm at the boss and I'm about to die. So yeah. Here we go. That's the 3rd boss down. I don't want to speedrun this, by the way, but it is what it is. It's a relatively short game. Fourth level. Pirate Caves. And this one's relatively long, I remember. It has a few branching paths as well. These guys are funny because they throw shit at you. And you can then defeat them with their own barrels. You're not bad like me. Here we go. Come on. Oh my god. Yeah, and you're using up your extra lives fast. By the way. We need to get a few more. This one is fun. I remember this one. Like this. This one's easier if you have Max around. I think it's impossible if you have Goofy. Sorry, Goofy, but... This one is basically you just have to skirt around the ice physics. The ice physics are a little bit terrible. You can go to the left. There's one enemy here. You can also kind of lure them like this. Come on. And then kind of walk around them. But yeah, that extra life is looking really, really juicy right now. They also can catch barrels, by the way. So you need to be extra careful. There's a bunch of repeating rooms in here as well. You might notice, but... like this one. Come on. Here we go. Yeah, there's two pathways we can go in here. By the way, there's this one. You're not missing out on either pathway. Both lead to the target. But it's fun going back to it once in a while. Come on. Fuck off. And this game is amazing. I love it so much. If you have a friend, grab your friend and play this together. It's a really cool way to pass time. And it's one of the earliest I know that you have a proper full co-op game. And it's even like a Zelda clone or something. Like... Well, not a Zelda clone. It's not really Zelda. It's a puzzle game. Most of the time it's a puzzle game. Not really Zelda, but... It has a sort of charm to it that I find lacks in a lot of games nowadays. Here we go. This one's a little difficult with Goofy, I find. I hope I can manage this. Like, co-op enhances this game a lot as well. Like, if you're co-op, you can have one player stand at the block up here, while the other already moves through the labyrinth down below. And you can basically, you know, work together to push this block. Let's check out what is in here. These minecarts are also fun. Hey, Daffy Duck. Welcome to the stream. Fuck. That's unfortunate. That's really, really unfortunate. That's also really unfortunate. Here we go. That's our first puzzle, first real puzzle in this game. So... yeah, it's this one, right? I remember we need to solve this one first. And then this one. Fuck. I think I might have screwed myself. Let's see. let's see. I remember how this was. I didn't screw myself last time. Oh yeah, Goofy and Max was pretty great. I watched some of it back in the day on television. It was a great show. I don't know what to say. Some of these old Disney shows are actually relatively good. They don't make them like they used to anymore. So yeah, this one's a little difficult because these guys can screw you over pretty hard. Come on. Here we go. We're rearing towards the end. Let me just check this real quick. Yeah, Goof Troop was amazing. It was an amazing show, and the game is one of my favorites. It's so good. Some of these old classic Super Nintendo Disney games are pretty good. I need to do it this way. That's it. I don't know. I didn't watch a lot of television back in the day. I don't remember a lot of the shows. I'm more of a gamer in that sense. There's some really good ones, especially anime from back in the day that I like. Can't put my finger on it. I love all of the Digimon soundtrack. The Digimon soundtrack was always one of my favorites. I can listen to that even today. So yeah, this boss is something unique. They keep dropping these what are they called? These rock spires at you. And there's a red and a green one. And you need to hit them exactly on the head. So we're going to be playing a lot more retro games on the show, and I'm going to play a lot more Disney games as well, probably. Especially from the Super Nintendo era. Oh my god, that was close. I have a really controversial opinion about Marvel and DC. I don't like any of them. I don't know a lot of them. Here's the thing, I grew up in Europe, and there's obviously a lot of European DC and Marvel fans as well. But I never grew up with the comic books that you guys did, and then I never really got interested in them. So I'm not a huge superhero guy. I find to me, the obsession is a bit much. I'd say. And you see them everywhere in gaming as well. Like, I can't really play the Spider-Man game because I don't care about Spider-Man. And it might be a weird opinion, but I never grew up with those things. Come on. Oh, come on. So I can't name you any characters off the top of my head. Sorry. Oh, come on. One of them's gone. This one takes a lot longer. For obvious reasons. And that's the 4th stage clear. Not even a full hour in and we're already at the final level. Here we go. Final level. The pirate ship. The most difficult level, by the way. There's a lot of stuff here in this level that can get you screwed up, and you're going to lose a lot of extra lives here. We made it this far as a kid, but I don't think we ever beat it. Because there was one puzzle right at the end that we couldn't figure out. Thanks. It's actually kind of sad with all of the people who keep on raving about superheroes and stuff. I don't really like any of them. I've seen only a handful of movies. Probably seen Iron Man and stuff, but seriously, it's not my cup of tea. That's just how my education and my upbringing drags me down, probably. Because I don't really understand it. So. Yeah, we need to take a long detour. This one. This one's a little difficult, for sure. Need to lure them in front of the cannons. That's why I say this area is a little bit difficult, more difficult. Because there's stuff like this in here. Like you need to lure enemies in front of cannons and stuff. Here we go. It's a little bit vague on what you need to do. And I think that's what makes it difficult. And it's a little harder because you actually need to kite enemies to where you are instead of, you know, just smashing them with something. It's actually really cool. In this one, you need to actually hit them while on this moving thing. Like, that's what I mean. There's a lot of the stuff that makes this level actually pretty difficult, especially when you're a kid. Take a candle with us, why not? And the puzzles get harder as well. Let me check this real quick. I think it was something like this. Or did I screw myself here? This doesn't work. Wasn't it something like this? I think that was it. So yeah, as you can see, I'm struggling a little more with all of the puzzles. That says a lot about this area. Here we go. So yeah, also a new mechanic that the game didn't tell you about before. You can actually throw these boxes at the switches. He probably tells you. He doesn't. Okay, that one's on me because I didn't look at the screen. There we go. So yeah, this one's pretty difficult, but you know, we need to move this one over here. This one over here, and then this one. Here we go. That lends us a key. We could go for the extra life as well. No, let's not do that. I think we're fine. So it's almost Christmas, so what do you guys do for Christmas? We're basically staying at home, we're cooking some phenomenal food, and then we're doing couching, watching Christmas movies, you know. I think we need the bell for this one. So yeah, watching some Christmas movies, having a good time. It's Christmas tradition. We even don't have a tree this year, which, you know, looks a little bit sad down below, but we didn't have time because we were just on holiday for a... We just came back from holiday like 2 weeks ago. And... yeah, that was too much stress to get a tree set up and everything. This one's also interesting. This last era introduces a lot of interesting concepts. What you need to do in this, you need to kite the enemy over there. push the switch for you. Which is a really interesting concept, I find. I hope I don't run out of hook shots and I need to come back. I hope that doesn't happen. Let's go. By the way, these blue gems, they are these blue gems are continues. So if you run out of lives, you're basically using up a continue. That's what the blue gems are for. We didn't use them yet because, you know, usually these places are actually, I think, completely dark. I think it's an emulation issue that you can actually see in these. I think that's an emulator issue. So yeah, this moving platform, we need to actually, you know, move up and right. 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 Up. Yeah, here we go. Oh god. I don't remember where all of the pitfalls were. There was one. Come on. So yeah. Activating this platform. We're almost through with this, actually. That was a relatively short Retro Game Friday. I didn't expect it to be this short, to be honest. Okay. We're almost there. Here we go. Okay, this puzzle. Let's concentrate. This puzzle was the one that stumped us when we were kids. I didn't get to solve it, and I still don't know the puzzle solution, to be honest. This one's doomed anyway. Let's think about this rationally. Oh, this one down here is useless. Unless we find ourselves a use. Huh. Yeah, this one has a stumped. Had a stumped. This one has this block down here has the only use of being used as a sort of this construction. Like, let me show you this construction. But then we have nowhere to go with the other ones. And I think we need this one on the right. Yeah, I think I got it. We need this one down here. We push this one over here. There we go. That's it. Down here is another puzzle room. Sort of. Or kind of. It's a relatively easy one. You can get 2 hook shots here. You don't actually need anymore, but it's good for the final boss, I think. And one more continue. We have 8 extra lives, so let's see how far we can go with the final boss. This one's basically, we can redirect the cannon with this. Go. Just need to redirect the cannon to where we can shoot these guys. Here we go. Final boss time. Are you guys ready? I am. So this is Pirate Captain Pete. I think that was his name. I think it's something like Keelhaul Pete. Fuck. He can get you with the hook shots. And he can call guys as well. Just kind of bullshit. But he gives you the tools to kill them yourself, so... I don't know. You have to hit him with bombs, and many of them. By the way. He takes quite a few hits. And these guys that he calls are obnoxious and annoying. This one he actually killed himself. Damn it. Let's not play stupid. Please. And he has this move where he dances across like this. And it's really, really annoying. Here we go. Already lost a bunch of lives. It's way harder when you're 2 characters, by the way. Because you're basically running around, both of you. And you have to deal with all of them. Oh my god. That was close. There it is. Oh my god. We did it. We did it. Stage 5 done. So yeah, we successfully rescued Pete and PJ. Such a good game. I can only recommend it. I wish we had the Japanese version to play, because the Japanese version has different puzzles. But yeah, I don't have access to that. at least legally. So fuck that. We're going to we have this version of the game, and that's about it. I can play all sorts of retro games. If you have any suggestions for retro games that you want to see me cover in Retro Game Friday, please leave a suggestion in either in the comments or in chat. I'm going to look into them. We have there's a ton of Disney games. I'm looking into Final Fantasy games as well. That's a credit scene. Actually really cool. The SNES area was really creative with how they handle credits for some reason. I don't know. So yeah, we have a full breadth of Zelda games, Mario games, but then also, you know, Disney games from that era. We have a whole catalog of PS1 games that we can sift through. We have a whole catalog of N64 games we can sift through. There's a ton of games that I like. You know? Next week, we're going to play something that is a little bit more popular. Probably also a bit longer. I overestimated how long this game is, if you know what you're doing. You know? But yeah, I really wanted to play this game for Retro Game Friday. Just because. I don't know, this is such a great game. Honestly, I've always loved this game. Something I'm going to be definitely playing on Retro Game Friday is Final Fantasy Adventure. You can hold your butts for that. Final Fantasy Adventure is one of my comfort games, absolutely. Well, it's the first in the Secret of Mana lineage. But yeah, a lot of these SNES games are my favorites. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, write them in chat. I'm going to look into them. Next week's Retro Game Friday is going to be a more popular game, and you know, I'll probably do a poll or something for what we should play. Hello, Twinsen from France. That's nice. Have a good day in France. I've been to France recently. Oh yeah, I do love retro games. That's why this is going to be an occurring thing. This is going to be an occurring thing as we move further. This is going to be a thing I'm going to do every single Friday, usually at the same time. We're going to play a new retro game that are nostalgic, and we're going to try to finish in one stream if we can. If we don't, we will play throughout the entire next week, following week, until we finish them. But yeah, if you have a suggestion of what you want to see next, please leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear what people have to say, what I should cover. I'm sorry that you had to come to this game because it's already over, sadly. I think we streamed for 1 minute, 20 minutes, 1 hour, 20 minutes. And yeah, it's already over. It's a really short game. Ending time. I don't know, I'd love to boot something else up, but I don't know what, really. Another really short game would be good, but I don't know. Do you have any recommendations for another short game that we could boot up? I would love to hear it, because I've already got some gas in the tank. I can still go. No, I'm from Germany. I don't know. I don't know if my accent comes through on the stream, but I'm actually from Germany. I just do an English stream because I speak English very well, and I don't know. I wanna have a English audience, not a. I don't particularly like German YouTube. That's why I wanna have an English audience. So yeah, I've been to France recently. I think it was on the 1st of December. We were doing holiday in the Netherlands, right at the edge to Belgium, and we basically took a trip towards France. Just really nice. Oh. Fuck, this mouse is dying. Battle of Olympus. I don't know that, no. I don't know that. It has to be either it either has to be on the Nintendo Switch Online thing, if at all possible, or it has to have something that I know of, because I need to set it up. I can't just willy-nilly boot up any game that I don't know of. So yeah, I'm going to give you the overlay back. Here. Is it on a Nintendo Switch Online? Do we have a good music? Let me look this up. I don't know. Let me get a good bit of music while we set things up. Okay. Ah. That's a bummer. Yeah. I'm going to give you a little bit of music. I'm going to try to set this up while we're working. Let me do this real quick. I'm going to look for a game we can pop in that we can play for a bit. I have a whole library of games on this, but a lot of them are pretty long, I'd say. What do we have? That's not it. That's the wrong game. Fuck. going to look into Battle of Olympus for another Retro Game Friday. I'm not averse to playing games that I haven't played yet. So we're going to do this every Friday. If you weren't there before, this is going to happen every Friday on the channel, and you know. Do we have to? I can stream almost all console games. I just have to have appropriate time to set up beforehand when it's something that I don't own yet. I can stream from my Nintendo Switch. I have a PS4, I have a PS5, I have a Wii U. I have a Wii, I have all of the consoles, I have an N64. I can stream all of those games. It just takes a little bit of time to set up beforehand, and that would basically be a little bit too much for the stream. Needs to be a game that I actually have already here. Let's see. Which game can we start? Yeah, no. No, thank you. No, thank you. Final Fantasy. I don't have Final Fantasy Adventure here? Huh. That sucks. That sucks a bit. This is Kirby. Oh no. I mean, we could always. There it is. You know what? We're going to start this. You don't even know what you're in for. You're going to be in for the ultimate nostalgia trip right now. Let's just start this. We can stream some of them next week, but I just want to showcase this. This is the ultimate nostalgia trip. This is a game I, as a kid, always played around Christmas. Every time I played this was around December when it started snowing outside. I couldn't go outside, and this was the game. This was the comfort game for me that that I played back in the day. Here we go. Be prepared for the ultimate nostalgia trip. Here we go. I don't know if you can hear the music, but you can already guess it from the music. And let's get rid of the overlay. Yeah, it's Final Fantasy Adventure, also called Mystic Quest in Europe for some reason. But yeah, and this is a Game Boy game. A game that is very, very dear to my heart, and it's the first game in the Mana series. And I need to change the stream info. Sorry. Just quickly need to change the stream info on Twitch. So yeah, I'm also streaming this on Twitch. Hey, no problem if your English is bad. Mine is as well. I don't know if Americans are watching me, but that's okay. Also, thanks for following. This stream is happening on YouTube and on Twitch, by the way. You can follow me on Twitch in the description if you want. I do co-streaming. I need to quickly change the game we're playing. Let's see, edit stream info, and we have Final Fantasy Adventure. Great, 0 viewers. That's absolutely great. That's what I wanted. So yeah. So yeah, thanks for following. Doesn't matter to me if you don't understand. I hope you understand me at least. Let's go. This is in German, by the way. Fuck it. You know what? Playing this in German. This is the ultimate nostalgia trip. The music is insane. The music is absolutely insane. So I'm going to explain what the story is because everything is in German. I installed a German version on this. I never thought I'd be streaming it in English. It is a Game Boy game, so, you know. We're basically a slave. In the beginning, we're a slave who is forced to fight in the arena every day. For the amusement of a Dark Lord. And basically, our friend Willie got a hold of information that the mana tree is in danger. And he says we need to search for a man named Bogart. And he died. So here's some of the other characters. And there's Amanda, one of her friends. She's going to become important later. We were all enslaved basically in order to fight for the amusement of the Dark Lord. And one of them told us that the monster entrance is an exit to the outside. Which we're going to abuse. But first we need to fight the same thing again. I'm not sure if this will ever come back for Retro Game Friday, but I'd love to continue this. So yeah, we're basically climbing out of our cell. We're going to try to protect the mana tree. The music is phenomenal, I find. It's so dark. So yeah. So they're basically talking about how the mana tree is at top of the waterfall on a shrine. And they're searching for a girl that has the key to open the waterfall. Up. And this is basically the first in a series called Seiken Densetsu or Secret of Mana. Sorry. This is basically the prototype for what Secret of Mana became later. There is a remake on Game Boy Advance, by the way. I played it a bit. I don't know, it's not that great, to be honest. I find this one... This is a hidden gem of Game Boy games, in my opinion. So yeah. We basically fell down the waterfall. And now we're in our first area. So yeah, this is definitely more Zelda-esque than Goof Troop was. I would call this Zelda with RPG elements, like old school Zelda with RPG elements. This is definitely old school, more along the lines of old school Zelda. But as you will soon see, let's try not to die. Thanks for joining. I will see you next stream if you want to join. I hope you enjoyed watching me for the bit that you had. It's one of my favorites for a reason. Here we go. We can level up. And you can see what you level up. The main attribute, you can see if I'm leveling up power, I'm getting 2 power and 1 stat for 2 other stats. So we can make a totally balanced build with this, by the way, if we want to, and we will. There's a way to completely break this game by just choosing power all of the time. Or was it power? The one where you get a ton of HP and you're basically almost invincible. So yeah, you have these RPG elements. I'm not going to bother too much with exploring right here. You can kind of attack the villagers, which is funny. Yeah, you can get the iron helmet here. It's not that important, to be honest. Let's save for now. Let's not forget to save. Not saving can screw you over pretty hard in this game. Here we go. And the music is absolutely phenomenal. I like this music. For a Game Boy soundtrack. Like, holy shit, the soundtrack is something to highlight. Here we go. The game is also relatively difficult. Like, there's a decent amount of challenge in it, I'd say. So yeah, you also get items. Let's look at our screen. We can look at, these are our items. This is our magic. We have magic in here. We have weapons, and armor is stored in this area. And we have question, which will get important once we have an NPC with us, which is something relatively unique to this game, to be honest. I think if we choose Will... No. There we go. If we choose this one. We're leveling up evenly. All stats evenly. To make it a little bit harder for the end game, if you just level one stat, it's going to become extremely easy. And I already screwed myself over because I missed something important. We're not going to get too far into the game today, but it's a perfect game to start off. And maybe continue on next Retro Game Friday, if you want to. If there's enough viewer attention, we might continue this game on Retro Game Friday. I think more people should know about these hidden gems of this. So yeah, there's a girl, and basically her guardian is... Her guardian is mortally wounded, and we can't do anything for him. So yeah, these were the two characters we could name in the beginning, by the way. And if you have her with you, by choosing question, you're basically I don't think it's question, it's talk, the talk option in the English in the English version. Oh my god, I'm fumbling on my words so hard right now. She heals you. She has a restorative spell that she can heal that gradually restores your HP. So yeah, she's pretty important, and we're tasked with bringing her to a place called Wendell, which is a town. Which is really cool. The plot moves pretty quickly, but there's also a ton of dungeons in here. Like, the package is full for a Game Boy game. Like, holy fuck, this game is good, and the music alone sells it so well. Let's not get too greedy. Let's slowly make our way. So yeah, if we go over here, we can meet a strange man that doesn't want to talk to us. Only if we talk to him multiple times. And he sees the mana amulet, and he's one of the Gemma Knights, one of the knights who protected the mana tree back in the day against the evil forces. And he's basically going to tell us that a woman basically helped them achieve it, who had the mana pendant. And he says he's going to help us get her to Wendell. And we got the pickaxe. He gives us a pickaxe. We can use it 7 times. Just fine. I think you can also buy from the shop now. Probably. But yeah, the pickaxe is a mandatory item that you actually have to restock in your inventory, which is funny. Power, obviously. want more power. We're going to hear this jingle in the, by the way, a lot in the overworld. But the cool thing is this game has two halves to it, by the way. Like, this is the first half of the game. And yeah, here we go. We have to manually pull out the pickaxe to get rid of these rocks. This is the only pickaxe we can get, by the way, in the early game. That's why it was important to visit Bogart. And she's relatively important. Like, if you haven't played this game, you need to. You need to desperately play this game. This game is so good. I love it so much. It's a little bit cryptic in places, but honestly, go. So yeah, each enemy gives you money if you defeat them. When you defeat them, you can see you get a little bit of money on the bottom right. And yeah, this guy is selling an axe to us. And he's also going to sell us keys and pickaxes. I think that should be enough for now. Yeah, and we're entering a swamp now. And you can equip the axe. You can equip a variety of weapons. Each have their own unique stats and unique animations, which is really cool. And all of them can do stuff in the field as well that the others can't do. Like an axe, for example, can chop down trees. Oh, god damn it. Yeah. Fuck. We got poisoned. Poison slowly drains. Poison slowly drains your HP. You can counteract it by healing. Okay, let's get a wound. So yeah, if a weapon can't hurt an enemy, by the way, it makes this weird sound. So you know that it can't hurt an enemy. Next level. We're making it pretty hard for us because we're leveling evenly, but that's the whole point. So yeah, we have no other option than to stay here. So that's a hotel of sorts, I'd say. Called Cats. So the hotel is called Cats. And we're basically spending the night here. And we're going to have a little talk. She gives us the life magic in case we need it. And I always love this line. New victim. And she's gone. Where could she have gone? This guy isn't really helpful. So yeah, this door is the chamber of Mr. Lee. And he says he doesn't know my friend. Doesn't know her. So yeah, we're alone. That's why she gave us the magic, by the way. It's a clever way to basically tell us we're going to be on our own and we need the magic that she has. We have MP, by the way, as you can see in the bottom. We have MP. So yeah, MP depletes with using magic, obviously. I think the life spell takes 2 MP to cast. Oh, here we go. And we get items that give us back life energy. And we've got the bronze key now. With this bronze key, we can enter this cave. We're searching for a solution of where she might be. And we need to actually equip it. Bronze. Go. With it, we can enter, and there's a guy here that tells us that a lot of girls are kept in the coffins in the cellar of cats. So, and we need a mirror to unlock this. This guy is totally inconspicuous, by the way. Nothing wrong with him. He's offering to help us, so we're basically taking up his offer. There's a bunch of new enemies here as well. Some of them stronger. We're running out of life energy pretty quickly. So yeah, they're basically keeping her in the coffin in the basement with a lot of the other girls that they took already. It's like a vampire thing or something. And yeah. This is the first time we have a mandatory use for the pickaxe, by the way. The pickaxe is mandatory, but it's a usable item. So if we don't have enough pickaxes, there's no way but to leave and go to a shop to buy more. And this is an important item. It's a new weapon called the sickle, and with it we cut our way through. We can kind of cut through these vines. It's like a 360-degree attack. It's cool. Always select life energy back. You always need it. Always need life energy. It's the most useful spell you have. And in a pickle, it's good to not have to select it from a menu. So yeah, now that we've got the sickle, which was the entire reason to go there, let's see what we can do. Down here is another wall we can use the pickaxe on. Magic, life energy. So yeah, these bubbles we can't do anything about, sadly, till we get a new spell. And we can kill the skeletons. Oh my god. Poison is really bad. There's a lot of poison enemies here in this area. There's also a ton of other status effects, but we're not going to go into them too deep. And yeah, these skeletons casually drop keys. So sometimes enemies drop items like keys and pickaxes. So sometimes in a pinch you can just go around killing as much enemies as you can and then basically be fine. But it's best to always prepare for the eventual, come on, magic, life. I think this was the proper way to go. So yeah, this is basically our first dungeon. Yay! Another level. There we go. We got another pickaxe, you know. Some enemies casually drop them, but it's always best to go and prepare. At least take 2 pickaxes with you for every dungeon. There's a weapon later that basically has a pickaxe effect that lets us have it, but it's way later. You know. Come on. We should be almost there. So this is closed. So you can use keys like these. These are general keys that you can get, by the way. You can use them multiple times. It's a weird design decision, I'd say. Let's equip life magic and let's save. Because we're at the boss. The 2-headed dragon. I love the boss music. So yeah, these NPCs are useful. He just gives you a tip if you ask him. He just gives you a tip on what to do in certain conditions. He's not very useful. Some helpers are more useful than others, obviously. Come on. Come over here. That's the first boss down. And we get the fire magic. Can't carry anymore. Oh my god. Already got a full inventory. And we get the mirror. So yeah, he tells us we should give this to the guy that brushes off at cats. The mirror. Should show it to him. Pretty important. I don't know, we could end the game once we are back at Vandal. The Vandal, maybe. I don't know. I don't need any of those items. So let's equip the mirror while we're at it. And it's revealed he's a werewolf. Kind of werewolf. It's a pretty common enemy led in the game, by the way. But yeah. Defeating him grants us access to the rest of the hotel, sort of. So yeah, there's a bunch of new enemies. Let's use life magic. These enemies we can't also hurt. We're going to, you know, just run around them as best we can. I don't know where to go here. I know there was a secret passage over there. But here we go. Power. Yeah, this ain't it, I think. But also, we got fire magic. I'm going to show you what fire magic does. On some enemies like these, it tracks and it kills them. So on some enemies we can't outright kill, it does instant kill them. Just really good. But yeah, there's a lot of secret passages in here, obviously. The dungeons aren't too long, I'd say. At least in the beginning, but there's a lot of them, actually. The game is quite long, I'd say. A lot of it comes down to dungeon crawling, like we're doing now. But for a Game Boy game, it's actually kind of impressive. It's an impressive feat, for sure. It's a really impressive feat. For this we need a pickaxe again. Here we go. Down here. Let's take life energy with us. And yeah, we need life energy. Like, oh, we've been blinded. Some of these effects are really cool. By the way. So we've got the chain whip. Another weapon. Usually in these early dungeons, you get a new weapon per dungeon. The chain whip is just straightforward. It's just, you know, does go straight ahead. Still can kill these things. There are weapons that can kill these bubbles later on. But for now, we just need to avoid everything, sadly. Okay, we're almost through this dungeon. Well, not almost. With the chain whip, we can go across this gap, by the way. And oh, fuck off. yeah, I think I think that's where we're going to end stream for today. Yeah, I don't really feel like going back to. Just wanted to showcase this game for all of you who are curious. I think we should end the stream for today. We've been going for 2 hours. So I thank you all for watching today's stream. If you want to see more content on Monster Hunter, Dark Souls, or retro games like this one, leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, join my Discord, and I will see you next stream. Trilightning out.